Today we'll learn the use of pointers in accessing elements of the array. When an array is declared, the compiler allocates a base address or a starting address for the elements and enough storage to contain all the elements of the array in a continuous memory location. If I declare an array X of size 5, the compiler allocates a starting address for this array. Say this is the starting memory address, and it will allocate enough space to hold 5 elements in the array. These elements are of type integer, so assuming 4 bytes for each element, addresses from 1850, 89, 200 till 1850, 89, 220 is assigned for the entire contents of the array. The compiler also allocates the array name as the pointer to the first element in the array. So X, that is the name of the array, will serve as the pointer to the starting address. So we can assume that X is nothing but ampersand X of 0. X contains the address of the first element of the array, that is this value. So the name of the array acts as a pointer to the contents of this array. Let us consider this concept to write a simple C program that uses the name of the array to access the different elements of the array with the concept of pointers. So here I have my array X consisting of 5 elements. The name of the array X can be thought of as a pointer to the first element in the array. I can access the first element in the array as star X. So I'll run this program. The value of X is 2. So X points to the first element of the array, therefore star X gives me the value 2. Now how do I access the second element? I can access the second element as star X plus 1. Previously X was pointing to the first element, X plus 1 will cause it to point to the next element in the array. So star X plus 1, I'll run this program. Now the value of X is 3. X plus 1 has moved the pointer to the second location in the array. Now let me print the fourth element. So it will be X plus 3. Initially X will be pointing to X of 0. This is X of 1, X of 2, X of 3. So X plus 3 gives me the fourth element in the array. Value at X is 6. This is how we can make use of the concept of pointers to access the elements of the array. Now let me create a new pointer variable P. Since it is going to point to integer values, I am going to declare its type as int. I'll use this pointer P to iterate over the contents of this array and print their values. In order to iterate over the contents, I'll make use of a for loop. So I'll declare a for loop iteration variable I as well. For I equals to 0, I less than or equals to 4, I plus plus. Initially I'll make the pointer P point to the first element in the array. The first element in the array, as we already know, is pointed by the name of the array itself. So I'll assign P to X. And then I'm going to print the address of each element as well as the value of each element. So I'm going to make use of two printf statements. Address of X of I is given by P and value of X of I is given by star. After printing each value, I have to increment the pointer by one position, just like we had incremented the value of X previously. I'll run this program. This is the address of 0th element of X, that is 560. Then the next element X of 1 is at position 564. Here the assumption here is that integer occupies 4 bytes of space. And here we have the values at that particular position. Every time I increment the value of P, it points to the next position in the array. Now we'll modify this program some more and we'll try to find the sum of the elements of the array using this method. Find the sum of the elements in the array. Let me declare a variable called sum, which is initialized to 0. And then inside this for loop, I'm going to update the value of sum as sum plus or equals to star P. The value of star P is going to be updated during every iteration of the loop. Initially it will be pointing to X of 0. During the next iteration it will be pointing to X of 1, X of 2, X of 3, X of 4. During this process the value of sum will be updated to whatever P is pointing to. And finally we'll print the value of sum. I'll run this program. The value of sum is 17. P iterates over all the elements of this array, and finally we get the sum as 2 plus 3 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. This is how we calculate the sum of all the elements in the array using pointers. Now we'll update this program a little more and we'll try to find the mean of the values of the elements in the array. The mean is nothing but the average value, that is the sum of all the elements in the array divided by the total number of elements. Since this mean or average is more likely to have decimal point values, let me declare it as a floating point variable. So I'll declare a variable called mean of type float, and the value of mean can be computed as sum that has just been computed divided by the total number of elements. In this case, the total number of elements is 5. If you are reading it from the user, then you can give the value of mean as sum divided by n, n being the total number of elements in the array. Now I'll print the value of mean. After printing the value of sum, I'll print the value of mean is percentage f, since it is a floating point number. Now let me run this program. Sum of elements is 17 and mean is 3. This is mostly because sum is an integer value and 5 is also an integer. If I want the exact value of 17 divided by 5, I need to typecast one of these values to a floating point value. This will give me a more accurate value for the mean. Now we'll modify our program still more and we'll try to find the standard deviation of the elements of the array. The standard deviation over a list of values can be computed using this formula: square root of summation of xi minus mean whole square divided by n, where n is the total number of elements in the list, xi is each element in the list, and mu is nothing but the mean. We'll apply this formula to compute the standard deviation of the elements. To compute standard deviation, first we need to compute the summation of x minus mean whole square. The best way to do this is using a for loop. So back in my program, I will declare another variable sd for standard deviation, and then in order to find xi minus mean whole square, I will declare another variable sd sum. I'm going to update the summation over each iteration, just like we have updated the sum of elements in the array. So I'm going to make use of a similar for loop. Initially, I'm going to have my pointer point to the first element in the array, and then using a similar for loop, I'm going to compute the sd sum. So soon after the mean is computed, I'm going to reinitialize the value of p to x. That means I'm pointing to the first element in the array. Then using a for loop, I'm going to compute sum sd. Sum sd is going to be summation of xi minus mean whole square. So sum sd is nothing but xi. Each value of x is given by the pointer p. So p minus mean, which has already been computed, whole square. I'm going to make use of the perv function defined under math library. So perv of x minus mean whole square. Perv is defined in the math library. So I'm going to include math.h in my file. This whole for loop is going to compute summation of xi minus mean whole square. And then finally I need to compute the value of sd. sd is nothing but square root of sd sum divided by total number of elements. So I'll say sd equals to square root of. In order to find square root, I make use of sqrt function of the math library, square root of sd sum divided by n. Here n is nothing but 5. We have 5 elements in the array. If you have asked the user to enter the number of elements, then it would be sd sum divided by n. So this is how we compute the standard deviation of the elements in the array. So now I compute sum of the elements, mean, and finally I'll also print the standard deviation. Now let me run this program. Looks like I have an array. Here in line number 22, I have written sum sd. It is supposed to be sd sum. Now I'll run the program again. And here we have sum is 17, mean is 3.4 and standard deviation is 1.854724. The main objective of this program is to demonstrate the use of pointers to iterate over the elements of the array. Initially, we make the pointer point to the first element of the array by assigning it to the name of the array. Alternately, I can also write this as p equals to ampersand x of 0. This is same as assigning the value of p to x. Then performing p plus plus will move it to the next element in the array. Once we have this pointer pointing to a particular element in the array, we can access the value at that particular point in the array using the dereferencing operator star p. So star p is used to get the value of the element whatever p is pointing to. In this way, we are going to access the various elements of the array, and we have found out the values of sum, mean and standard deviation of the elements of the array. The 14th program of your lab syllabus asks you to develop a program using pointers to compute the sum, mean, standard deviation of elements stored in an array of n real numbers. This program that we have just written involves finding the sum, mean and standard deviation for an integer array of size 5. In the program number 14, we have to perform the same set of functions for an array of n real numbers. That means we have to make use of a floating point array and we have to read n elements from the user.